Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. Matthew Peterson here, filling in for Harrison Graham. He's got the week off, a very well-deserved break as we are in the offseason, but he still wanted to get you guys some videos, so I'm stepping up to the plate for this week, getting you guys some videos on all the latest things surrounding your Chicago Bears. Now, I figured with Minicamp right around the corner, getting started tomorrow, June 13th, and running 3 days, on today's show, we could run through some of the minicamp storylines, players to watch, a preview, if you will, to get you guys nice and prepared for the last look at the Bears until training camp gets underway. So my minicamp preview starts with this. Justin Fields to DJ Moore. The connection that we've seen some glimpses of, some highlights on Twitter, but we still have yet to really see it even close to a padded practice. But we'll get more glimpses and more looks at this new and growing connection that even the DBs are taking notice of. Jaquan Brisker said, "It looks like they got that chemistry going very fast, earlier than I expected. They look good, though. They look like they're best friends. Justin's definitely throwing him the ball. Two's getting the ball, no doubt. Justin looks good, though. He's going through his progressions. He's looking very smooth, making good decisions out there, and looking like the best quarterback in the NFL. I thought that last year, but this year it's different. 1 year looks different, and him and two, you're going to see, you will see." I mean, Justin Fields is seeing something he has not seen yet as an NFL quarterback. A legit wide receiver one. Did not have that last year. 2021, he sort of got the very end of Allen Robinson even being half good in Chicago. But you go back to a season ago in 2022, none of his receivers went over 500 yards. It's kind of sad that Darnell Mooney was this team's leading receiver and ended the year on IR, missing a good chunk of time. But he only got to 493 yards. The Justin Fields to DJ Moore connection is going to produce a lot of highlights and great clips for everyone to see during minicamp. But it is just minicamp, non-padded practices. There's no pass rush. Justin Fields kind of has all the time in the world. They put a little fake shot clock on, if you will. But the DBs are basically playing against flag football players because with no pass rush and no tackling, it benefits the offense. But I don't really give a shit because for a long stretch, the Mitch Trubisky era, this was supposed to be pitch and catch and flag football, and the offense still struggled. So I'll take all the highlights I can get. Now, speaking of DJ Moore, over or under 1,000 yards for DJ Moore in his first season as a Chicago Bear. O for over, U for under. I'm hammering the over. I usually do like to live a little bit on the underside. It's the unpopular pick. Life's too short for it. Unless it's a Big Ten 11 a.m. game, then I'm taking the under. No offense, Purdue. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Moving on to my second takeaway or second storyline to watch for. I'm going to keep it on the Justin Fields train. I want to see more growth from Justin Fields. We know how athletic of a quarterback he is. We witnessed that last year, as Harrison Graham calls him, a Ferrari. But I want to see that air raid really develop, and Tevin Jenkins, who works pretty close to number one, is seeing it firsthand. Here's what he said on Justin Fields' growth. He's much better. Every day he gets better. And you can file this under things you love to see and hear. Feed me these quotes. I don't care if it's just best shape of life season. It's June. None of this will matter when September rolls around. I'm going to enjoy this right now. I'm going to bathe in this because the Bears have always been searching for their franchise quarterback. So if there is some real positivity and buzz in June, I'll be a prisoner of the moment. I don't care. I'm ready to get hurt again. I was a Jay Cutler stan. I feel way different about Justin Fields going into year 3, though. Now, the element of Fields' game that needs to develop is that downfield passing, which I think is a bit lazy for other people to say because he has shown plenty of instances when he can sling it downfield. But we would like to see him up the passing numbers, get over 4,000 yards for the first time in franchise history, right? Still have the incredible leg talent to just take off when a play is broken down, but he needs wide receivers. Ryan Poles got him one very good wide receiver in DJ Moore who can add to his passing game downfield. It is time for Justin Fields to be air Fields, right? To deliver the air raid and show people around the league that he is not just a running quarterback. He also has a cannon of an arm. He can make the difficult downfield passes. He's got touch. He has accuracy. That is the next wrinkle that needs to be added to Justin Fields' game. So if you believe that Justin Fields will have a breakout season, let's show the guy some love. Spam 1 down in the comment section. Spam it 1 time, put it 100 times, put it 1,000 times. Ball's in your court, but let's show Justin Fields that Bears fans have his back, and we are all in on him in 2023. Moving on to my third element of this preview, the other wide receivers. This is my nice way of saying Chase Claypool, right? Don't want to pick on him too hard, but Chase Claypool is someone who's got big expectations going into 2023 as this team's third wide receiver. Of course, he is better known as the 32nd overall pick in the draft. I was not a fan of the trade when it happened initially. I've just never been a big Chase Claypool guy. But Chase Claypool and the rest of this wide receiver room, excluding DJ Moore, need to show up a little bit going into this season because they've got a surefire thing in DJ Moore. But the rest of the players, Darnell Mooney, 1,000-yard receiver a year ago or 2 years ago now, I guess. But outside of that, there is a lot of unprovenness in this room here. In fact, if you compare DJ Moore's career stats to the rest of the Bears wide receivers, basically Darnell Mooney, Pettis, Chase Claypool, Velus Jones, they outnumber DJ Moore, but they've also played way more games, like 126 more games than DJ Moore, and only have 1,000+ yards more than him. Now, one interesting thing that pops out to me from the DJ Moore side of things is he's never been a big red zone target, 21 touchdowns in 80 games. It'll be interesting to see how Luke Getsy incorporates him into the red zone, kind of an element of Allen Robinson's game that sort of never really took off as well. Let's see if DJ Moore can be more than a player between the 20-yard line and the 20-yard line and work in the red zone as well. Now, some other quick news notes on the rest of the wide receiver room here. Darnell Mooney. We got an update on his injury progress and when he expects to return, and it's looking like it'll be training camp. Highly unlikely it is minicamp starting tomorrow, but we did get some overall confidence, I would say, from Eberflus of seeing him around training camp time. He didn't set a hard deadline or didn't give a hard date of you will see Darnell Mooney by this time, but it's a good positive trend to see him getting back closer and closer to the field. Now, Chase Claypool, this is basically who this segment is picking on here because he needs to have a big year, right? And it needs to start with doing the little things right, building up to training camp and into the season. Now, the wide receiver coach for the Chicago Bears, Tyke Tolbert, talked about Chase Claypool going into his second year with the Bears, and this is what he said. I'm excited where he is. He's more into what we're doing offensively. He asks a lot of good questions. He's here extra too. When he doesn't have to be here, he's here doing a lot of extra things, trying to get better, watching tape on his own, that kind of thing. He's a big target, as we know. People forget that he's 230 pounds, but he ran a 4.42. He's really fast. He was out here, and he was getting behind the defense a few times. 2023, needless to say, but I guess I'll say for everyone in the back, is a big year for Chase Claypool, right? He is likely battling with Darnell Mooney for a contract extension as they both approach contract years. You have DJ Moore, who's on a big contract. When both of these guys hit free agency, the free agency class for the wide receiver position this upcoming season is loaded. It's got Mike Evans, OBJ, T. Higgins. It's got a lot of really big names. It'll be interesting to see if the Bears are interested in bringing both these guys back, or if it's whichever one outdoes the other, that's who we give the contract to in free agency. Now, before we get on to the rest of our minicamp preview, what is with Lions fans thinking they have won 10 straight Super Bowls going into 2023? I love our Lions Talk host here, Micro Mike at Chat Sports, and he's not as delusional as some other Lions fans are on Twitter, but it's time for them to take a nice big slice of humble pie and come down to earth after a 9-win season, which they think is a 19-win season. So let's beat Lions Talk to 100 subs. Let's race them right now. Ready, set, go, and let's be the first channel to reach 100 subs off of this video. Moving on to our fourth element of this preview, it is Cole Kmet season. I want to see more of Cole Kmet. I'm excited for what he's going to bring to this offense in 2023 and build off the season he had a year ago. Because believe it or not, he was this team's leading receiver last year with 544 yards. You can look at it half glass full, half glass empty. Cole Kmet's coming off a great season. 544 yards should not be your leading receiver, though. He's entering year 4 with Chicago. It's the last year of his rookie contract, so contract season tends to mean players have breakout seasons, and PFF loved him last year. They ranked him 20th out of 73, so a lot of green arrows going for Cole Kmet going into year 4. When you look at his career so far and the numbers behind it, he has built it off each season from his rookie year to 2021 with 612 yards to last year, right? Being a big red zone target and even more than just a red zone target, being able to stretch the field as well. 7 touchdowns off 50 grabs and 544 yards. I'm not buying all the Cole Kmet stock I can get my hands on, but I'm buying a good chunk of it, right? You want to have a diverse portfolio. So I'm going to get a lot of Cole Kmet stock for this upcoming season. And I'm a believer in 85, and I hope you guys are too, because we saw a lot of positivity, a lot of good things out of Kmet last year for an offense that was not putrid because it scored a lot of points and it created a lot of highlights, but through the air, you never had any consistency, right? Hopefully that changes for 2023, where Justin Fields has some rhythm and he has some consistency in the passing game, and it's not so touch and go, and Fields has to break one off for a 75-yard run or something like that. Before we get to the rest of our minicamp preview, great deal going on with our friends at Fanatics. You can get these Bears polos on sale. Chatsports.com/Bears Polo. I put that link in the comments and the description of today's video. So get your very own Chicago Bears polo. I used to love wearing polos like these to Arlington Racetrack. Unfortunately, rest in peace. Hopefully, it's the next Bears Stadium. But get your Bears polo today. Chatsports.com/Bears Polo on sale. 5th and final segment of this preview. How about the rookies, right? We'll get another look at this rookie class and see who could be making some noise to maybe have a bigger impact in 2023 than we're expecting. So we'll throw on the rookies in just a moment for you guys here. But the Bears have a lot of players to look at. Darnell Wright, Javon Dexter, Tyreek Stevenson, Zach Pickens, Roschon Johnson. Like, there are some players who will have roles in their rookie season. They're not going to be developmental players. Roschon Johnson is someone who is going to come onto the field and not just be a third down back who gets like 20 carries in a season. No, he's going to get a lot of looks. Darnell Wright's this team's starting right tackle right out of the gate. Javon Dexter, Zach Pickens, rotation players behind 2 vets on the defensive line, and Billings and Jones, who they're not, long-term pieces on this defensive line. So if Dexter and Pickens really start to flash, don't be shocked if Williams and Flus decide, all right, let's get the rookies some more runway, because they are the future at that position. Now, who do you think will have the biggest impact as a rookie this season? The easy answer is Darnell Wright, because no one's going to play more snaps than him, and no one's got as high expectations as Darnell Wright does. But I've got a different name for you. But first, let me know who you think will have the biggest impact their rookie season this year for Chicago. Can I offer you Tyreek Stevenson? I get Tim Jennings vibes, right? He's bigger than Tim Jennings. He's 6 foot, 198 pounds. But his ball skills and his tenacity and his just kind of swagger and demeanor, I don't know. I get some nice Tim Jennings vibes. So Tyreek Stevenson, I think, is someone who can step onto this field, be a opposite corner from Jalen Johnson, a boundary quarter. You put Kyler Gordon at the nickel spot here. This is going to be a fluid situation, and they're definitely going to experiment and test things out a little bit during the preseason. But Stevenson, I think, is someone who could have a bigger role than people are expecting because he wasn't a first-day pick from this past draft. That's going to do it for us on today's show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate everyone for carving out time. Sorry, no Harrison Graham. There's a little less beard for me. A little less beard for Harry. But he is out of town enjoying a very well-deserved vacation. So we'll hold down the fort while he is gone. Make sure to subscribe. Don't miss a thing. And we'll see everyone later.